really awkward because I'm at the airport right now. My name is Emily and I'm going to Korea for a study abroad for the spring semester or the first semester. I just got past TSA and I'm at my gate right now. And right now it is currently 9:23 p.m. The flight departs at 10:40, so I have a lot of time. I didn't think I'd have this much time. I feel really awkward, so I'm like keeping the camera very close. Yeah, honestly, the process of coming in wasn't too crazy as I thought it would be. Exchange currency, I got Korean won now. I'll be on this flight. Hopefully I'll just try to sleep through everything. Okay, so I finally arrived at my dorm. Right now it is currently 7 o'clock in the morning, which is interesting because it's still quite dark out. I'm not sure if you guys can see this. No, you can't see, it's just my reflection. Oh, can you? Oh, it was already unlocked. Okay, this is my little measly balcony. Not a lot of foot space, but I just wanted you to see sort of like state of things. This is my view, if you can call it that, from my room. Can you see someone coming in? But there's one person getting dropped off right now, and that's exactly what I did to get to here. Got dropped off by a huge taxi. And actually the sky might look a little bit brighter than it actually is right now. I can try and see if I can change. Yeah, see, it looks more like this. This is like how dark it is right now. See, these are the supplies that are actually outside from this door. I can probably walk out and show you what it's like. But yes, so I am room 405. What's interesting about this room is that there's actually a little mini fridge. I had no idea that there'd be like a little mini fridge. I'm so happy about that and I can't wait to use it. Here's my desk, obviously. Kind of got a glimpse of it. Oof. Oof, oof. The chair looks a little questionable though. There's these shelves. I feel like I panned that too quickly. I actually have almost all online classes, so I'm gonna be using this desk a lot. It's cramped, I'll be honest. This room is pretty cramped, but it has everything you need, which is great. So this is the bathroom. It probably looks a little like cramped like the rest of the apartment or the dorm room. The shower is just like right here. I already knew about that, but you basically have no division between your sink, your toilet, or your shower, which is very Asian. And this is the card, and I had to put this card in with my information just so I could power this whole thing. Okay, I've just finished making my bed. I haven't even unpacked yet. I'm already tired. After looking at the condition of these bed sheets and stuff, I kind of feel like I should probably consider just buying new ones. Like, just the fact that I had to deal with this for a whole semester is why I'm considering buying new stuff, and you might want to as well. Now I guess I'll just go over what they give you in this little toiletry bin, just so that you know what is provided for you, which is of course toilet paper, Kleenex, which is good since I'm in the spring semester. It's still pretty cold. Freesia essence, so soap, I'm assuming. Oh, a thermometer, of course, because you will have to be reporting your temperature and things like that to the quarantine app, because you need to do it twice a day, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. Utensils, trash bags, probably recycling bags, detergent, I believe. It looks like dishwashing soap, but I'm assuming this is basically your like detergent for your quarantine, where you hand wash your clothes with this. This is BT Kleenex. It might just be one of those cleaning solutions that you can spray. Oh, it's a cup. Oh wow. SK Global House Yonsei University. This is just like a good thing to commemorate your stay. And then of course with some wet wipes, which is also great. But yeah, so that's about it besides the toilet paper, which I'm just gonna like leave in there. There's no towels. You probably should bring your own, but that is what they give you. It is exactly 1 o'clock on the dot, and I actually just ordered lunch. I ordered it through Yonsei's, I guess, in-house. They call it like in-house type of ordering where it's their own food court. And as you can see, it looks so good. And honestly, I feel like the prices aren't too bad. I think this is only like a little less than $7. And yeah, and so there's other stuff that comes with the bibimbap, such as the radish, kimchi, I believe, gochujang, soup, and all that was just one meal that I ordered. Yeah, I'll be honest, like, I mean, this is probably not that interesting, but this is content. Oh, what's going on? Right here, I'll mix it up. Oh, I feel like I'm just so weak from the flight and like the whole process of getting over here because it's still the same day. I have a whole day ahead of me. So, just has that classic bibimbap flavor with the beef and vegetables. Good. So it is dinner time now. It is 7:24. So now I'm finally gonna eat the food that got delivered to me. I ordered this from Angel Dio. This is a blueberry coconut aid. This is a bulgogi bagel sandwich. I actually got a call with that pink phone right over there telling me that I'd have to come down to the lobby at 2 p.m. tomorrow to go get my COVID test. This is my tiramisu that I also ordered as a dessert because why not? I'm pretty sure the price came out to about $20 for all of this food, which is just mind-boggling to me. If I was in like New York City, this would be like $30. Who knows? $35. There we go. They don't really tell you what's in these sandwiches. That's the main thing, so this is almost like a little surprise. How should I show you guys? I'm just gonna grab this again. Is it in focus? I didn't know what to expect, honestly, besides the bulgogi. There's these little, like, I guess jellies, like, sort of like cut up blueberry. The flavor's pretty tart. This is nice. It has a lot of good stuff in it. It's pretty crazy that it's still the same day that I arrived here. Okay, so I guess what most people probably want to know about is the whole process of arriving in Korea during this like COVID quarantine thing, and you need to prepare a lot. You need to keep double checking that you have all the sheets and definitely print more than one, more than 2 sheets of every sort of document that you need. That's my advice. On the plane, I was handed a bunch of papers that I needed to fill out because they were needed for the immigration and like arrival process. The only one that I still have is this arrival card. In my opinion, I don't think there's many tips or tricks for this process to go smoothly because it's pretty straightforward and you just need to follow the crowd. When we were boarding and they looked at, I believe it was your COVID test and your visa, and there was this guy right in front of me who I was, you know, right behind of in that line boarding the plane, and he seemed like a student like my age, and we actually ended up sitting like next to each other. He was also vlogging too with his phone. We actually didn't talk too much on the flight. We didn't really talk at all, really, if I'm being honest. Upon arrival, I was a little bit worried because I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't know if I was going to be doing things properly. After we came out, there was this whole like immigration process, which was honestly not too confusing. You get to make sure that you really look at the signs and know that you're going into the lines for people with a foreign passport. I think all of the workers were very like helpful. They responded to the best of their abilities. That guy who had sat next to me in the aisle, he had gotten a little bit ahead of me throughout this whole process. Like we were a couple people apart or like in between us. I ended up actually kind of catching up to him throughout the immigration process, like downloading the quarantine app, like having it set up for me, and like filling out the forms and turning in forms and passing through different like gates and things like that. And then by the time that we got near the end, then I caught up to him. We had to take a taxi.
My
name is Emily, by the way.
I'm Wafi. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet someone on this trip.
I know, well, because I didn't know anyone from my program on this flight, so I thought. I'm a 4. Are you a junior?
I'm a senior.
Oh, wow.
This is my last semester.
That's crazy, and you're going to Korea. That's amazing.
What about you?
I'm a junior, actually.
Oh,
So.
really? What do you know?
Yeah. Do you know Parsons by any chance? It's in New York City. It's near like NYU.
I think I have.
Hopefully we'll see each other around.
You know, we took different taxis. But it turns out that he was also coming here to the SK Global House at Yonsei. And I was really surprised because I didn't think that there was anyone in my flight who was going there. He told me this, and he said that he's actually going through the UC program. I'm not sure the full acronym, but it's for UC students. He goes to UCLA. I almost wish that we shared a taxi just to like save on costs, but also just to like know more about him because I didn't really hear much about him. My taxi driver was really nice, and also he didn't know any English for the most part, so we just had to converse in Korean.
혹시 좋아하는 음식이나 식당이 있어요?
식당?
네, like 추천해 주세요.
추천 지금은 안 되고 7일 후에 먹어야 하잖아. 어느 음식을 좋아해요?
저는 how do you say like 다 좋아해요.
다 좋아해요?
네, 한국 음식을 좋아해요.
다 좋아하면 반칙이에요.
한식.
뭐 하나를 얘기해야지.
네,
내가
네.
좋아한 거.
저는 물냉면을 좋아해요.
물냉면. 냉면 잘하는 데도 많아요. 신당동.
신당동 아니요.
떡볶이 거기가 떡볶이 타운.
네.
저기 동대문 근처에 있어요.
He actually gave me his card. I'll show you the card that I got from him. But he basically told me if I ever need a ride somewhere. He was very nice. I feel like I always have good experiences with taxi drivers, like in the past when I've been here in Korea. He actually mentioned that there wasn't a lot of business going on because there's just not a lot of people coming into Korea because of Corona. And I got to the dorm first, and I did the check-in first, and he hadn't shown up because apparently the taxi driver for him was also following my taxi driver to this dorm. But then they got lost. My taxi driver was actually like calling him while we were driving to this dorm. And so luckily that guy did end up coming. I just like basically finished up my checking in. By the way, I've just been watching a lot of Netflix since I've been here. I didn't realize how there aren't certain shows on the Korean Netflix such as Reply 1988. I was watching that back in California, but it's not in the Korean Netflix because I was hoping to like binge it and finish it, but I did find a workaround, which is VPN, obviously. It is currently 14th. It's actually Valentine's Day here in Korea. I just finished registering for classes. For Yonsei, the first round of course registrations is more of like a bidding process as opposed to like first come first serve on the website. It opened at 9 a.m. today and is currently 10:35, but I went on at say like 9:30, and I mean I guess it all technically worked out. I think I applied for all the classes that I wanted, even though they're all online, so I'd just be in like my room anyways. We get 72 miles, they call them miles, which you use to bid on all the classes that you want, and you only have 72 of those miles. Basically, I had to split up 72 miles among 5 classes, which doesn't seem like that bad, but when you realize that some of the classes, some students will probably bid, 20 up to 20 or more credits on a certain class that's just more popular, then I'm kind of worried because I've been at most bidding 16 credits, which is like almost there but not quite, and we'll see. I don't know when we'll know the results, but probably soon. And I do have my COVID test today, so someone dropped this off for me. This is a little vinyl bag, and you're supposed to write your shopping list on this paper, and then with the prices and all that stuff, and include your card or money, which I'm sure it says right here. Put it in this bag, and then they'll take it and get your stuff for you that you had ordered. I just got my stuff back because they did take my payment and they did take my list, and it is currently 3:33, so if they took it at 2, it's only been an hour and 30 minutes, and they ordered my stuff really quickly and it came back. I got 3 of these adapters. I got 3 of these, and they're about like $8 each. Yes, here's the towel. That's sort of my just like update on ordering things here in quarantine. Hello, it is the 3rd day of my quarantine. It is the 15th of February. Oh, there are some orientations actually today. So that's what I also planned, is going on these like Zoom orientations. Introductions and program overview. So we have an orientation on Zoom at 4 today. Okay, it is 1:43. I have received my lunch. I'm a little bit stressed out right now because I just realized that none of my large appliances, my iPad and my laptop, have not been charging. I'm kind of worried now because I really need my iPad and MacBook. I'm just glad that course registration already happened, because then, if it happened any later, my MacBook could have just died, had no power. It's not something that I can just sort of figure out on my own. My iPad and even my laptop might be out of commission by the time this quarantine is over. So it turns out that the plugs that I did not check work, but it's charging, as you can see, because I plugged it all the way into this plug right here, and it works with my power converter and the adapter that they gave me after I bought it. It is 9:44 right now, and I'm going to eat my breakfast now finally. I'm trying this orange flavor. It says sweet pull orange or sweet pull orange. Have sandwich, tangerine, and obviously I can't do much else except staying here. Today is when we hear back from the registration to see what classes we got out of the bidding for the first round, and I am not hopeful. Let's just say that. I wasn't sure how to phrase it, but I am just not that. I don't think I'll get any of the classes that I want, because I think I registered for all the most popular classes, which I think I mentioned earlier, but business is very competitive. And then secondly, Korean culture classes. I mean, most exchange students will want to take a Korean culture class, right? It's even required for our program. So you either have to take language or culture class. So I'm gonna wait for those results to come out at 4 p.m., which is also the time of one of our orientations. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that earlier. During the orientation, I think everyone will be looking at what classes they got and then messaging about it. My doorbell just rang this morning. I'm still out of it, and I totally forgot that yesterday I actually ordered breakfast already for myself. I totally forgot that you need to report, that's the word, you need to report your temperature not only to the Korea government app, but you also need to report it to the dorm, do a Google form, which I totally forgot about. I'm gonna take my temperature now in the morning because for the Yonsei dorm, they want you to report it in the morning. I'm gonna take my temperature now. Okay, I am 36.7. I have to click this. I can't tell if this is worth showing, but I'm gonna show anyways. Kind of awkward saying my full name. I just had 2 orientations, but basically the class that I was on the waitlist for, Korean popular culture, and I'm still the first person on the waitlist, and I'm kind of scared that no one will drop the class. That was my day so far. This has been the 5th day of quarantine, so already almost done, and now I can just sit back and relax and then prepare for tomorrow. So I just had my dance class. That little place is where I danced. I'm gonna go and shower and then get ready quickly for my COVID test.
Why?
야, 이게 저희가 불러도 재밌네요.
Okay, I'm currently in a concert, a live stream concert specifically for CIEE. Yeah, so it's pretty fun, and this is something that I'll be doing, I guess, tonight. Just enjoying the concert. It's really nice of CIEE to have a band. The band is called Chungum Band. My room's already super messy. I'm not sure if you can see. I can show you. But look at my desk. I unpacked, but that did not mean that I organized at all in my drying rack and just fixing the place up. Tomorrow though is the day that I need to prepare for as well, because that's the last day of our quarantine and we actually are being let out and we have to go on a tour. And I'm in one of the first groups at 12 to go. It is currently 9:55. First I have the Shincheon tour, and then I'm gonna meet with a couple friends at 1. Can't wait to get out of here at 12. I can't believe the quarantine went by so quickly. I need to figure out when and how to do my laundry, because I feel like I should be doing some laundry as well. And I'll see what they actually show us on the Shincheon tour.
I think these are not the lecture rooms, but these
Ah.
are like the offices.
Yeah, well, you.
Yeah.
I guess we're in the same boat. Right? We're just guessing.
I guess all the important people there are there, right? It's like the most important.
Yeah,
fucking
like
building.
the officer, head officers. I was surprised how he actually lives here. Did you
Oh,
see?
seriously?
Like the residency, the president
Really?
residency is actually here.
Oh, really?
Okay, so this is CIE office.
Yeah, if you go upstairs, then yeah, you will find it.
Oh, okay, good to know. Look at this building.
This is like the library.
Oh, cool.
약국?
Ah, the
Yeah. So these are all the pharmacies. So if you need any medicine, you can get them. It's
Oh,
like,
but I thought Daiso was a Japanese store.
no, it's
Oh.
Unless this is like the Korean spin-off.
Uniqlo. I think that's Japanese.
I was like 100% certain that
was Japanese.
Daiso was a Japanese store.
At least in the States it is. So,
This is second-hand store?
oh,
Interesting.
wow. That's interesting, yeah. Okay, I just came back from my tour because I have to go out again right now to meet my friends that I met, Anna and Aspen. It's already 2:12. The tour lasted for like 2 hours. I'm not even kidding. There's the tunnel. Oh, so do you think the graffiti is different from when you last came here?
Oh, definitely.
It is currently 4:49 when I was walking around with my friends. We actually spent a good portion of the time at this secondhand bookstore called Aladdin. And then we went to different convenience stores to look for a T-Money card that they sell. And luckily I did get one, which this is the T-Money card I got. So I just got back from the whole meeting up with friends. We noticed that there was actually a Daiso, so we went in. I can show you though what I got from Daiso. The trash can now, trash bags to go with it. I wasn't planning on getting a mirror, but I just saw this and I thought I might as well get it. So this is where I realized that it kind of went out of order because before we went to the Daiso at the subway station, we actually went to a convenience store that was in Ewha Women's University, like on their campus. I ended up only buying these little stews, these rice porridge type things. You can get these at like any H Mart in America as well. And I mean, we really couldn't do anything else because we couldn't go to any restaurants because we didn't have a vaccine pass. So it is currently 9:28. So here are the classes on my confirmed list that I have been able to get into. These two obviously I got into in round 1, and then I decided to go for World Heritage of Korea and Digital Literacy just because it was a class I was already interested in, but like not super interested in, but the timing actually just worked out really well. Hip hop as well. And then lastly, Basic Korean 3, which as you can see, there are 87 remaining spots. I'm still on the wait list for Korean popular culture and Korean wave. The waiting list has gone down to 21 people, and I'm currently 1. I'm the first person on the waiting list. Oh my god. But I just really like the amount of like time in between classes. I feel like this registration wasn't too bad, but it's because I got the classes that I wanted for the most part. I think the key is really just like prepare ahead, like in advance, which sounds like very obvious, like no-brainer type of advice, but you should even try to be logged in beforehand because some people who weren't even logged in and tried to log in at 9 couldn't even get in, and I was already in, you know?